And welcome back. The clock continues ticking down towards Wednesday's Citrus Bowl battle between Northwestern and Tennessee. Fun and games have been replaced by serious preparation. Joining us now is our college football expert, Ron Rivera. And Ron, unless people have been living under a rock, they've heard the name Peyton Manning. Tell us about this kid. We don't get the chance to see a lot of him. Tell us the scouting report on Peyton Manning.
The scouting report on this kid is he is a legitimate pro prospect. The guy's got the ability to throw the ball deep. He's got the ability to throw the long out. He's very bright. He can read. He can audible. This kid has got all the tools. He's going to make a fine NFL quarterback.
Best quarterback Northwestern's D has faced this year?
Most certainly. And I'll tell you, he's going to put them to the test. This guy completed 243 of 380 passes for a 63.7% completion rate. He threw 20 touchdowns, only 12 interceptions. First Tennessee quarterback to throw for over 3,000 yards. Here we see him audibling, and of course, one of his favorite targets, the receiver Joey Kent. This guy's a terrific receiver. He's caught 68 passes for 1,000 yards, 15.9 yard average.
Now another SEC guy wins the Heisman, Danny Werfel at Florida. Could it have been Peyton Manning?
Oh, most certainly. I think, in fact, Peyton Manning should have won it. This is a guy that if you take him off this team, Tennessee probably only goes 6-5, maybe 5-6. But this kid is a legitimate weapon. He's got a strong arm. He's got the ability, again, to read defenses. Here he throws the ball underneath the coverage because the linebackers got too deep, finds the guy wide open for the touchdown. This kid is a legitimate NFL prospect.
Is he ready right now, or does he come back for another year, do you think?
I think he leaves. Why? Because he's going to probably be a top 15. He's going to be one of those few quarterbacks that come out and is going to be a legitimate first-round draft pick. I'd be surprised if he doesn't come out, but if he doesn't, good for him.
Now, we can talk about Peyton Manning, and you have to appreciate his skills, but let's not forget about the rest of the weapons on this volunteer team. Tell us about those.
Well, you know, they've got some terrific receivers. They've got a terrific running game, too, and I'll tell you, Jay Graham is a terrific running back. This kid doesn't get an awful lot of chances to run the ball. Why? Because you've got Peyton Manning throwing the ball. But this kid has put up some solid football numbers. Only 179 carries. He got 797 yards, but he averages over 4.5 yards a carry, scored 11 touchdowns. This kid's about a 6-footer, about 210 pounds, runs extremely well. He's got good vision, knows how to make the good juke moves. Hey, there he goes. I'm telling you, the kid is a legitimate football player here as well. He reminds me a lot of a former Tennessee player who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles now, and that's Gardner. This kid is really a legitimate football player because he knows how to run and he's got good vision, but a good burst. Look at him run against a good Alabama defense. This kid, I think, is going to be the difference maker. Why? Because Northwestern all week has been preparing for Peyton Manning. If they forget about the running game, they can get seriously hurt. Why? Because this kid is a legitimate running back.
Let's go to Northwestern's side of the football. We know about the problems in the secondary they've experienced, but let's not forget again about the guys up front in the trenches where football games are won.
Well, the trenches is going to be really important because I think the pass rush is a big key to this football game. Everybody's talked about the defensive backs, but guess what? To help your defensive backs, you've got to get some pass rush. This guy, though, I think Pat Fitzgerald's going to play a big role. Why? He's going to have to stop the run. And if he can stop Jay Graham, then everybody knows he's going to have to throw the football. And Pat Fitzgerald's going to have to get an awful lot of help from the other linebackers. But like I said, the defensive line, Lazowski, Rice, Daly, these guys have to come up big time, put some pressure on the quarterback. But also the linebackers to play a very key role in pass coverage. They've got to take care of the underneath stuff like we watched Fitzgerald here, getting underneath, giving a little bit of help. When the linebackers drop deep enough, that frees up the safeties to help the cornerback. So I think a big part of what they've done is they've worked on the linebackers' coverages. They've gotten them to drop a little bit deeper, freeing up those safeties, allowing them to help the cornerbacks. And then they've got to get to the ball as a unit. Everybody's got to converge on the football.
And that experience should be a big difference in this game, considering Tennessee's offensive line is a young offensive line.
Exactly. They're a very inexperienced offensive line, so I expect Northwestern to blitz. I expect them to stunt. And because they do all these different things, they're going to help their defensive backs. Eric Collier, Mike Nelson at safeties are going to get a lot of help, but also Josh Barnes and Gerald Conway. These two kids have to come up big time because if they don't, Peyton Manning's going to have a field day.
Okay, go back to your game tapes. We'll see you tomorrow and see you game day, okay?
All right, Lance.
All right, Ron Rivera checking in as our college football expert. Steve?
All right, thanks a lot. 8 college bowl games are in the books with only 11 more to go between now and Thursday. Tonight's offering had 8th-ranked Colorado meeting number 13 Washington in the Holiday Bowl. Both teams enter with identical 9-2 records. The Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego, California we go. First quarter, this was a game of big plays, folks. Washington up 14-0. Coy Detmer hits Ray Caruth for a 76-yard touchdown. He just gets away from the defender and outruns everybody. 14-7, lead cut to 7. Second quarter now. Brock Hewer drops back. Nick Ziegler picks it off for Colorado, runs it back 36 yards with a touchdown, and we were tied at 14 all. Colorado then kicks off. Watch what happens. Jerome Pathan set to receive. Finds a hole. The speed. Another good block. And he's gone 86 yards. 21-14 Washington. But Colorado has held Washington scoreless in the second half. And look at this. Colorado winds up winning the football game. Good come-from-behind win. 33-21 was the final tonight in San Diego. And still to come on tonight's edition of the Sports Channel Report, we're going to bring you the Monday minor league hockey update. And the Irish come from South Bend to the North Shore. We're going to have highlights right after this.
Nobody's going to mistake me for a math major, but I know that the quickest way to get from point A to point B is a straight line. Right now there's a 220-pound defenseman between me and point B. I guess a straight line is still the quickest way.
Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night stays these reporters from the swift completion of their appointed sports. New Sport, the sports news channel, delivering your sports news 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
See Chicago's newest power combo, Albert Bell and Frank Thomas. And other Sox players, coaches, and broadcasters at Sox Fest 97. There'll be Sox memorabilia, merchandise, seminars, and interactive games. Sox Fest is coming to the Hyatt Regency Chicago on January 24th, 25th, and 26th. Call the Sox Fest hotline at 312-616-1996.
There's only one, Bob Royman.
Has shopping for a car got you all topsy-turvy? Then come to Schaumburg Honda Automobiles. We have over 400 new Hondas available every day, plus over 150 pre-owned vehicles. So don't get topsy-turvy. Get your feet on the ground with good, honest deals and great customer service. That's at Schaumburg Honda Automobiles, just 8 blocks west of Woodfield Mall on Gulf Road, Schaumburg.
You've been on the road all season. You're tired. You will when the Hawks host the Red Wings on Sports Channel. Before the game, join Jim and Murray live from the UC for a special 1-hour Blackhawks game time. Then catch all the hard-hitting, fast-charging, fist-pumping action as Amonte and company look to pound their longtime rivals. It's your only chance to see the Hawks at home this season. Stay home with the Hawks, Sunday night at 6 on Sports Channel.
Time for some more college hoops. The Purdue Boilermakers raise the curtain on Big Ten play Thursday night when they host visit the high-flying Fighting Illini. Tonight, the Boilers wrapped up their pre-conference schedule against those Horned Frogs of Texas Christian. Gene Cady, in his usual form, he was unhappy. This was early on. That frown got a lot longer later in the game. Early, the Boilers go down low. Brian Cardinal will miss, but there with the follow-up is Brian Miller, who in traffic gets the drop, but the Boilers were down 17 at the half. Too much TCU tonight. Here Malcolm Johnson unloads from 3, stops and pops. Horned Frogs by 22. This is the type of night it was for the Boilers. Watch the air ball coming up. They could not convert on the offensive end tonight, had trouble finding some offense. The other way we go. James Penny puts in his 2 cents worth. It was there. I had to say it. Purdue gets torched tonight. Ouch. 97-69, the final score in this one. Elsewhere in the college scoreboard tonight, Northwestern loses to Washington State 62-58. The Wildcats ice cold from the field, just 35% shooting. And Pittsburgh and Michigan tonight. Wolverines fall to Pitt. Wolverines struggling of late. Pitt is red hot, as you can see, 85-78. Your final score, Steve?
With DePaul joining a conference, gone are the days of seeing Notre Dame play in the Chicago area, except, of course, when the Irish meet Loyola or Northwestern. Tonight, Loyola played host to Notre Dame at the Rosemont Horizon. This one was close to rock. Good basketball game tonight. Notre Dame's leading scorer, Pat Garrity, throws a pass right in the hands of Loyola's Earl Brown. He's off and running. The dish to Javon Goodman. He had 15. Ramblers up 4. Brown on the run again. Goes to the hoop this time at Notre Dame's Admore White. Gets up for the rejection. Gary Bell then saves him from going out of bounds. Marcus Young gets loose ball ahead to Garrity for the layup, but the Loyola Ramblers led by 5 at the half. Second half, Admore White brings it up. Spots Garrity for the alley-oop. Garrity finished with a game-high 31. Notre Dame at a 1-point lead, but Loyola wouldn't go away. Charles Smith gets 2 of his team-high 18 points on the drive. Ramblers back on top by 2. We know Garrity can shoot, but can he pass? Yes, the alley-oop to Matt Gotch. He had 9. Notre Dame on top, 48-43. They don't look back. Notre Dame wins it 70-62. Gotch with his 31 was the only Notre Dame player in double figures. He also had 11 rebounds. Notre Dame now 6-3. Loyola falls to 5-4. After the game, we got a preview of what's ahead for Notre Dame in the Big East.
Never been on a team that's worked this hard consistently. I mean, like last year in spurts, we'd work hard for a couple weeks and then we'd have a bad practice. We haven't had a bad practice all year. Everybody's working hard, everybody's improving, and everybody's starting to feel that we can make a difference. And you know, we know what everyone's saying about us, but that doesn't matter. What matters is what we say about us, and we're ready to take on the Big East, and we're going to surprise some people this year.
We don't have as many star-type players in the Big East. We still have some tremendous teams. And I think the early scores reflect that the games are going to be close again, and the Big East Conference is going to be another war.
Again, Garrity with 31. Gotch had 9. Elsewhere in college ball among local area teams, DePaul loses again, this time at Dayton by 22. Charles Gillette led the Demons with 12. DePaul now 2-8 on the season, so my alma mater didn't fare too well. Lance, what about yours?
Ouch. My Bulldogs fall to Florida State 87.
The Bulls win at 93-88 here at the United Center. They lead this series 2-0 over Orlando.
Excuse me 1 second. I got a phone call. Do you know who it is?
It's Jim Blaney. Jim Blaney.
Oh, Jim Blaney from Sports Channel Report. Hey, Jim, how are you? Yeah, I'm just here at Hainig's trying on some shoes. Amy is coming back from Orlando, okay? She forgot all her shoes. Do you have shoes here for Amy Stone?
Right here.
These are hers? All right, Jim, I got them. Thanks. I got to get these to Sports Channel for Amy. She's coming back from Orlando. I got them here. Oh, boy.